guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you guys how I achieved this look. It's a very chatty get ready with me, and I'm actually showing you guys the full face even before the foundation goes on my face as well as the makeup look that I have going on. So if you guys are interested on how I got this makeup look, please keep on watching. I'm just gonna start with my skincare routine because like when I do my makeup, I really do notice a difference when I do my skin routine first, and then like even if usually I like to shower before I do my makeup, but even if I don't shower I like to wash my face. So I did my face scrub, my daily face scrub, and then I'm gonna go in with some toner. The one that I'm using is Rose Essence Toner, and I got this at a Japanese store. Let's see if I can show you guys. And I've been using this because I've been breaking out a lot. I don't know what it is. I just use some of these cotton squares or swabs. I've been really hating like my skin lately. I've been getting a lot of breakouts. That's like not normal for me. Usually I'll get like one pimple like in the middle of my forehead when I'm like about to get my period. But I already got my period and I'm still going through this. So yeah. So what I do is I just pour a little bit like directly onto the cotton swab, and then I start placing it on my face. So what I do, I'm just looking this way because my mirror is right there. But what I do is I basically just like rub it all over my face like this. And using a toner has actually been helping me a lot with like the texture and the appearance of my face. So I'm glad I purchased a toner. I never used one before, like before having all these breakouts. So maybe that's what they're here for, to teach me a little lesson. Like, girl, if you don't take care of your skin, you gonna look crusty. Like I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I'm not that bad looking. I don't know what's going on in the camera. But anyway, yeah. Okay, and then next I'm just gonna go in with some jojoba oil. So this one I use as like a makeup remover, but I also use it to put underneath my foundation because I've noticed that because of the weather, like I know we're getting into spring now, but during winter my skin gets really dry, especially because like you'll have like the heater on and then you go outside and you have like the really strong dry wind, and my skin is just not, it doesn't like that. So I would notice that not only was my skin super dry, especially like around here and here, I would get super dry, like flakiness, cracking, that kind of stuff, itchiness. So I just went in with some oil. So yeah, when you're like doing your makeup and you have dry, like cracking skin, flaky skin, it makes your foundation look so bad. Especially if you use like a matte foundation, it just like dries your skin even more. So what I did just now is I just I dabbed some oil on one cotton pad. I used one cotton pad to put it all over my skin, and then I'm using another one without anything to just clear out the excess oil, because too much oil on my skin can like cause me to break out too. So you see what I mean? I have a dilemma going on with my skin. Alright, so I'm not sure yet if I want to do like a full blown out look. I think I might, because I just feel like going in, like in. I don't even tell you guys what I was using. I'm going in with the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Frame and Set in the shade 215 Deep Brunette. Small, it's a dual-ended brush, so I used this side to brush out, the spoolie side to brush out my brows, and then I use this angled side to do the drawing of the brows. So first I like to go in and I like to start somewhere not like in the center, but somewhere near the beginning of the brow, to focus more of the product, because I have, like, my brows are sparse at the end and I have more hairs at the beginning, so I feel like most of the product should just go into the end of the brow. And then the shape that I have going on for my natural brows is more like straight. It doesn't really have a curve at the end, so I just like to draw one in. Alright, so I'm gonna go in and color correct, and I'm gonna be using my Pro Conceal by LA Girl, and this is going to be a dissimulator. This is in the shade Orange Corrector GC990. I'm going in first with the shade Creamy Beige and Natural. So what kind of videos do you guys want to see me do? I did the vlog and I had a lot of fun doing that. Although, I mean, I do feel like I could have done a better job recording more things. Like the fact that we ran out of gas. And let me just tell you, the shoes are fine. I washed them by hand. Like, I scrubbed them with like soap. Well, not, it's like shoe soap. Sometimes when I go to do people's makeup, I feel kind of weird because I'll go and I'll be like in comfortable clothes. Like, I'll wear jeans, but I don't know, if it's cold, I'll wear like a beanie and a big jacket. And I mean, I don't really care what I look like as long as I make you look good, you know, because I'm doing the job. But then I feel bad because then people look at me and then they're like, oh, you know, like, they don't do that, but I just feel like bad because I do not be looking cute. And then especially because most of the times when I do makeup for my clients, I have to be up at like 4. Yeah, 4 to get there at like 5. And like 4 a.m. is too damn early. And that's 30-minute drive, right? If they live 30 minutes away, which they have, thank God. But 30-minute drive to get to their place. So I wake up at 4 and I only have 30 minutes to shower, get dressed, get ready to go, make sure I have everything ready for them. You know what I mean? Back to my skin. I also tried like switching my beauty blender because I figured, okay, maybe this one's too old. It smells kind of funny, so let me switch it out. And I did, and it did kind of help, but not as much as I wish it would have. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do my foundation, and for that I'm gonna be using my Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the shade 03 Light Beige. And this one's actually a little light for me, but I decided to use this shade because I haven't been getting any sun, obviously, because it's winter. I mean, it's Cali, you still get sun, but I haven't been out in the sun as much as I am during the summer, so I'm not as tan. And I think I'm actually just gonna mix it a little bit with my Maybelline New York Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation, and this is in the shade 220 Natural Beige. So this one is actually the one that I like to use during the summer because that's what my shade usually looks like in the summer. And I'm just gonna go in with a brush. But yeah, I like to go in with both of them right now just because I feel like the Milani one might be a little too light for me and a little too dry for me, but I really like the finish, and it really is like full coverage. Really helps with them dark circles. So I don't know, today I don't know if I want to channel my inner Desi Perkins or Nikki Tutorials, you know, with the colorful looks. I don't know, we'll see where we go. And then I like to go in and just start pouncing it into my skin, honey. And now I'm gonna go in and I'm going to conceal, and I'm gonna be using the same LA Girl concealers that I used for my brows. So because I have more like how do I say, more like a creasing of the under eye circles, you can kind of see it. I like to use the lighter shade on the innermost part under my eye and on the outer part of my lips because I do have a little bit of darkness there that I want to conceal. And then I like to go in with the darker shade on the outer part of the eye, and then on the cupid's bow at the bridge of my nose, the center of the forehead, and a little bit on my chin. Alright, and now so I just finished putting on the concealer, and I'm just going in with the sides of the same sponge. I'm gonna go in with my CoverGirl Professional Loose Powder, and this is in the shade 110 Translucent Light. I went in to use the LA Girl banana powder because I just wanted to use a banana powder because I've heard that it's better for like my skin tone. Girls, like I saw Jenny 69 video, and she said like if you haven't, you should go in with a yellow powder or a banana powder. So I used that, but it's so small. Like this CoverGirl one, it's lasted me very, very long. And like here's the difference. So this is the CoverGirl one, and then this is the LA Girl one, and that little part at the bottom is where the setting powder is. So I mean, I don't know. It wasn't like a bad powder. It's just too small for me. Alright, so I am just going to bake the sides of my nose. I think I want to do a pop of color, but I'm not sure what color. Like I want to do maybe like a nude eye, and then a really light inner corner. Here's what I'm looking at, okay? I'm looking at my Profusion Beauty Chest, right? And I go in, and the first color that draws my attention in this palette is this right here. This green is everything, but then this blue is everything too. You see that? The blue is really nice, and then this yellow is super cute. I think I'm just gonna go into the yellow. I wish you guys were right here so I can ask you guys your opinion. So I'm just gonna go in with the Profusion palette right here, and then I'm also gonna use my Morphe 35M palette. I know I always use it, but it's just It's so cute. And every time I use it, it just gives it to me, you know? Don't hate me. Do not hate me. Alright guys, so this is the look that I came up with. I haven't put on any lashes because I'm still not sure which ones I want to wear. Oh, and then the reason why I ended up doing this eye off camera was because my battery died. So I had to charge it, so I figured I could just do one eye while I was charging it, and then come on and do the other eye with you guys. And I already brushed off what I had baking, so now I'm just gonna go in and use this brush. This is the Mikasa E300. So this is, let me show you guys what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Okay, and we're gonna go in first with, unfortunately this palette does not have the names of the shades, so the shade that I'm gonna go in with is for this one first. So it's like I guess it's like a light brown shade but with like peachy undertone. I don't know, I thought it was cute. It was like a creamy shade and I thought it would be a good transition shade, so that's the first one I'm gonna go in with. So I'm just gonna pick some of that up on my brush, and then I'm going to pack it into the outer corner and then bring it up towards the crease, bringing it in and a little down towards the inner corner but not towards the tear duct. And I'm actually bringing it, so I'm putting it into the outer corner, but I'm kind of just bringing it into the center of the lid because this one has like a fade towards the center and that's what I want. So I'm just going in and packing more and more of this shade. Alright, so after that I'm gonna go in with my Morphe brush. It doesn't have a number or name on it, but it's just a tapered, medium-sized, fluffy blending brush, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, right next to the yellow that I have in my inner corner. And I figured since spring is coming up, this is a pretty good look for that, right? You know, yesterday I woke up and I just felt good for some reason. Like, I don't know, I woke up and the first thing that came into my mind was good morning life. Good morning life, good morning me, good morning body, you know? I don't know, I was just acknowledging, I guess, the things that we don't really take the time to acknowledge regularly every day. And I just felt good. And then I went outside and I was walking our dogs and there were so many butterflies everywhere. It was so pretty. I was like, oh my god, this is a dream. I think it was because I saw a documentary where it says that butterflies migrate to Mexico. I'm not sure what season it is that they migrate to Mexico, so I don't know if they're coming back or leaving, but they do. And they were just passing through. So just now I was just going back and forth between the prior brush that I was using for the first shade and then the second brush, which is the tapered blending brush, and now I'm going in with a Sonia Kashuk blending brush. This is one of my favorite brushes and I'm just going in to blend out any harsh edges. You know, sometimes I do feel like you can over blend your eyeshadow. I really do. Because I know sometimes I do it. Like I'm like, okay. I need to blend. And then so much that I need to blend, I end up blending too much and I end up smudging my eyeshadows together and then you can't even tell what eyeshadows I have on. Okay, so now I'm going into my Morphe 35M palette. And for that, I'm gonna be using these shades. Let's see, this one here and this one. So these two mixed together first, and then I'm gonna go in with this darker brown just to deepen the crease a little bit in the outer corner. And the shades are Play It Cool, Talk Dirty, and Sparks Fly. So this, oh, and I'm taking the Mikasa E310 brush. I'm just going in, placing that in the crease because I want some definition in there. So what are you guys doing for St. Patrick's Day? Does anyone celebrate St. Patrick? I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if anyone else does. I've never known it. I mean, I know it's like a reason to drink, but I've like never known it to be like a full-on holiday to celebrate. So you just want to make sure you're going back and forth between deepening, I don't even know what. Deepening the crease and then blending it out with the tapered blending brush that we used for the second shade, the Morphe brush. I really hate that I don't have names for my brushes. I thought it would have names on it, but I guess because I bought it as a set, they didn't come with a name on each brush. So that kind of sucks. Alright, so I know it looks kind of weird right now because it's just a line in the crease, but we're gonna be fixing that in a little bit. So now that I did 2 shades mixed together, I'm just going in with the darker brown, which is the shade Sparks Fly, and I'm just going in to deepen it even more, define the crease even more, using windshield wiper motion, going back and forth, blending that into the crease. I'm not picking up any more shade on or eyeshadow on it. I'm just blending it out so that it blends into the other shades that we already have on the lid. And in this part, I'm just making sure to pack it on, not really blending. I mean, I'm kind of am blending it because I want to get that angled shape on the outer part, but mostly I'm just making sure to pack it on because I am going in with the tapered blending brush to blend it out. That looks good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a clean blending brush that came with my Profusion palette. This is what it looks like. So that is pretty clean. And I'm just gonna go out and blend out my outer corners. So for now, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna cut the crease, and I'm gonna be using the same LA Girl concealer, and this one's in the shade Natural. So this is the lighter shade of the 2 that I showed you guys earlier. I'm just gonna squeeze out whatever's left and make sure to cut the crease. And I am going for like a more rounded shape of the eye, as you can tell over here, so I'm just gonna do that here as well. So I have like a little bit left out here, right? But I also want to make sure that there's an angle going inward this way. You see that? Just make sure that it's like smooth, there's no patchiness, because the next shade that we're going to be applying is going to be a light one, and those tend to be pretty see-through. Ooh, they look kind of cute. Okay, so on the outer part, I'm just going to make sure to fade this inward with, I didn't pick up any product, I'm just going in with a small pencil brush, which is the Mikasa E310. I'm gonna wipe off that same brush that I just used to smooth out my concealer, and I'm gonna go in with one, this shade right here, which is like a light brown shade with a yellow undertone. I just figured it would go really well with the yellow inner corner. Honestly, you guys, I can't wait for summer. Like, even though I sweat so much, because I do, just sitting down, I don't even have to be doing anything. I'm just sitting in the sun, sometimes in the shade, and I'm sweating, but I love it. I love the summer. I really hope I get this video done before Joshua gets home. Only because I feel weird when he's like listening to me record. Not that I'm gonna say anything that he can't hear, but you know, I don't know, I get nervous. He still makes me nervous after like 8 years. All right, so now I'm going in with a Morphe angled brush, a small angled brush, and I'm gonna go in and do a tiny bit of a wing. It's not a wing, I guess you can call it a wing, but it's just a line for the lashes to go on, and I just feel like it makes it look a lot more sophisticated. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Talk Dirty, and I'm just gonna start by packing that into the innermost part of the lid, and then getting it thicker towards the outer part of the eyelid. I feel like the other one is a little thicker on the inside, so let's just do that. And then we can just use the Mikasa E310 brush or the pencil brush to blend out. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and do the yellow inner corner, and for that I'm going to use a white base. So I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Kohl Crayon. It's like fading already. Kohl Crayon eye pencil. And the shade is You're Always White. So this is what it looks like. It's a little dirty, don't judge me. And I'm just gonna put that into the inner corner. So, ooh, I need to wipe off this fallout. The reason I wanted to use a white base was because I just wanted to make the color pop. And then initially on the other side, I had started doing it without the white base, and it wasn't working for me. It wasn't giving me the pigment that I needed. I think that white inner corner looks nice too, huh? Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a very, very tiny, what do you call this? Pencil brush? I call this a pencil brush. All right, so we're gonna go in with the yellow shade right here from the Profusion palette, and I'm just gonna pack that right on top of the white liner that we just placed in the inner corner. See what I mean? Can y'all see? There it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna pack it right into there. So first I'm just gonna pack it in, right? And then I'm gonna go in and blend out the edges, and I'm just blending it upward so that it fades into the other shade that we have on the lid, and then downward, not like down, but you know, towards the lower lash line. So I just feel like I can't get enough of this shade. All right, that's enough. Okay, so the light brown, the light brown with the peachy undertones, that's the one I'm gonna be using. And I'm just gonna use that and run it all the way down to the innermost part of the lower lash line and bring it out towards the outermost part of the lower lash line. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'm really into this whole squinting technique that just kind of gives you like a flirty look. A permanent flirt is what I like to call it. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with the 3 shades from the Morphe palette mixed together. So it would be the Play It Cool, Talk Dirty, and Sparks Fly. And I'm going in with a very small detail brush from Sonia Kashuk. And I'm using that to line it right underneath the lower lash line. And I'm running it all the way in to the innermost part of the lower lash line and then out. And then actually winging it out a little bit just to connect it to the top lid. So I'm going back with the tapered blending brush that we used for the prior shade. And I'm just blending out any harsh edges. I think this is a very small packing brush. It's also by Morphe. I got it in the set that I bought. And I'm going in with the highlighting shade from the Profusion palette, and I'm going to use that as the brow bone highlight. Using my Mario Badescu facial spray, and I'm going to spritz my brush very quickly and then pick up that shade and then run it on my brow. You guys should really see my vlog. I went to my friend's wedding and I forgot mascara. I was like, oh my god, no. Everything was perfect. I love the makeup look that I did. Came out so cute. It was on the spot. I was like, okay, all right, we are on a roll. This is gonna be a good night. And then I'm like, wait, hold on. What happened? I forgot my mascara. I mean, I feel like I still pulled off the look, but not as much as I could have. Know what I mean? Look, I think I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Color Icon Kohl eyeliner pencil, and this is in the shade Taupe of the Morning, so it's a taupey eyeliner. This is what it looks like. Okay, and I'm just gonna go in. Ooh, I have to sharpen it. I'm gonna go in and line my waterline with this. I mean, it's because these lashes, they always come through, like, all right, we're going with Batty. Go in with some tweezers, and I want to place it on the inner corner first, like that. So I have a little bit of glue, and then I'm just gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna go in and place the eyelashes on my. Okay, what a difference from this side to this side. Now I'm gonna go in and start to contour. So this is what it looks like. It's a fluffy brush, but it's like thinner this way and then wider this way, and I feel like it's really good to like contour the face. So I'm going in with my Profusion contour makeup case, and I'm using the shade Medium Contour, and I'm just gonna go in and pack that right underneath the cheekbones to give me some definition here. So what I'm doing is just brushing it this way, but I don't want to just have a line going through my cheek, so I'm just making sure to create an angle going up in this direction. So I'm not bringing it up here, but I'm bringing it up this way. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the tapered blending brush that we used on our eyes. I love that brush, and I love to use it also for the contour of my nose and my lips. And I'm just gonna go in and contour the nose really quickly, and I'm gonna make sure to bring that up into the for the most part, connecting it to the brow bone and the eyeshadow that we have in here. We're just gonna blend that downward this way so that it doesn't look too harsh. So now we're gonna contour the lips, and I like to put this on the bottom part of my lips. You gotta kind of think of this as bringing the natural shadows of your face back. You know what I mean? All right, so once I've done that, I'm gonna go in and do the bronzer. So now that I'm using the bronzer, I'm gonna use the same brush, and I'm going in with my Hoola Benefit bronzer. Okay, and I'm just gonna pick some of that up and put it in the same places that I placed my contour. And then I also like to take some of this and put it right here. Gives the jawline a little more definition as well. I'm going in with my LA Girl high definition setting powder, so that's what they look like right there. And this one is in the shade Banana Yellow. And just cut it, honey. Yes, girl. Now we're talking. And now I'm gonna go in while I let that bake for a little bit. I'm gonna go in with another Morphe brush, another Morphe fluffy brush, and this doesn't have a name either, but this one is actually a round version of this one. So this one has a little like tapering action going on here, which is really good for the contouring, but this one is really good for the blush because it's completely round. So I'm going in with my Milani Tea Rose powder blush, and this is the shade 08. This is what it looks like. Pinky shade. And I don't want to put too much because I don't know if it's going to go really well with the yellow. I mean, it looks kind of cute, right? Put a little bit on the nose. Look a little sun-kissed. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with my Mario Badescu water facial spray. This is in the aloe, cucumber, and green tea, and I'm just gonna put that all over my face. Now make sure you keep your eyes low because you don't want to be creasing your eyeshadows. I'm going in back into the beauty chest, the Profusion beauty chest, and I'm just using the highlighting shade on the outermost part. It's like a champagne gold, and I have a dual-ended Sonia Kashuk brush, and I'm gonna be using this end. Isn't it pretty? Look at it. Doesn't it look so pretty? So now I'm gonna go in and just take the excess. I'm not picking up any more on my brush. I'm just taking whatever's left over and putting it right above the brow bone. I'm gonna go in and do my nose contour. So I'm just picking it up on my pinky, placing it on the tip of my nose, just blending that out a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in and place it on the bridge. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the Morphe lip pencil, and this is in the shade Date Night. And then I'm gonna go in on top of that with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade London. You see it comes off a little brown, a little purple on me. I just ruined my hair. All right, so let's see if this lip cream will help bring out some of the brown. All right guys, so this is the finished look. I kind of like this lip color, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Okay. It's kind of cute, right? I don't know, I hope I'm not tripping. Anyways, yeah, so this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. please give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll be doing some more of these, I guess, get ready with me chit chat type of videos. So yeah, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you liked it. Please don't forget to check out my vlog and let me know what you think about that. It's a lot of funny stuff going on right there, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.